Dear Adam, I'm sitting outside this morning, reflecting upon a time when I, a city girl, went on an impulsive adventure with four strangers. I am laying my words out before you, upon this old laptop, because I don't think you understand what I went through. But something about sharing this story with you feels right. My feet are perched up high on the coffee table outside, and I'm looking out on the shaded pond behind the house, just listening to nature. It's May, and the air is warm and the birds call back to one another in ways only they understand. And I laugh at the idea that you never even noticed them, as they called rhythmically to make their voices known. And as I sit here alone, a crisp spring breeze that smells of sickly sweet wisteria suddenly makes my wind chimes go wild. I'm watching the chimes as they dance wildly, unable to contain their excitement, and just trying to break free from that little string from which they hang. I remember that feeling, as I remember a time of joy and excitement when we, a bunch of audacious strangers, considered ourselves treasure hunters. And while it was once a moment of freedom, that memory too feels contained, and held back from where it wants to be. Stuck within the deepest crevices of my mind. And as those memories push to the surface, I can feel the hard earth below my feet that I felt that week in the Rockies. I can smell the warmth of the pines and the fragrant sage that spread across the hills I climbed upon. And I can feel the coldness of the fast-moving river I forded to painfully move towards that treasure. And I'm sorry you weren't there to share it with me. And as swiftly as the wisteria-scented air brushed past me just moments ago, it turned stale and silent. My chimes are still, and I'm filled with a growing sadness that wells up deep inside my belly. Those memories that felt warm to the touch feel more like old lifeless photographs now. Just still, quiet, empty, and lonely. Photos that smell more of ripened decay, rather than fresh earth and cool mountain air. And no desire or hunger could bring those images within my heart back to life ever again. I long for another adventure, hopefully with you this time. I don't know if there could be one greater for me than what I experienced those 6 long days with those adventurous men I call friends. But my desire is so deep within my heart it cannot be contained anymore. And just as my sadness sits still, the breeze comes along once more to enliven the chimes and remind me that life is a mix of violent and still and many variations in between. And it's okay to feel all of it, as my adventure is far from over. For there have been times in my life I have stood still, and there have been days I have jumped up to touch the stars. And they have equally shared chapters within my heart, whether happy or sad. And those chapters will forever keep being written. And today, I share one of those chapters with you, as my thoughts of those days spill out upon this keyboard. I want you to understand. For I was the girl in the high-heeled hiking boots that you once adored, and whether fate allows us to ever be friends again, I do hope you choose to read my story. Please find my book enclosed. Love, Jess.